You ever hear a line that drops you cold? That one careless sentence that rearranges everything you believed about someone you trusted? That's what happened to me. I thought I knew my wife. I believed we were building our life together on honesty and respect. One offhand remark at a dinner with her friends ended all of that. We were supposed to relax after a long week. Good food, easy conversation. The kind of night where people let their guards down. The room was warm, conversation flowing, wine glasses chiming. I was enjoying myself. She sat across from me, laughing with the group like she always did. Then, suddenly, she said something that stopped the room. She made a joke about having slept with my brother. Those words hung there, absurd and terrible. At first, I thought I must have misheard. Maybe it was meant as a ridiculous, tasteless joke. But when I looked at her, it wasn't a joke. There was a small, smug satisfaction in her expression. My chest went tight. For a moment, I couldn't speak. My head filled with 1,000 memories. Every private moment examined under a cruel new light. Were they all eyes? Had I been blind? I didn't react. I pushed my plate away and left the table. My brother looked stunned. Her friends went quiet and awkward. I didn't confront anyone. I drove away, letting the city blur past while fury cooled into a hard, precise plan. Violence never crossed my mind. I wanted something else. I wanted to make the humiliation she'd inflicted as unmistakable and permanent as the wound she'd opened. When I got home, I didn't explode. I watched. I listened. I went through messages and social feeds, searching for proof, for a reason to justify the earthquake she caused. I found nothing. No affair, no hidden conversations, no betrayals lurking where I expected them. That lack of evidence didn't calm me. It made the insult worse. The publicness of it, the way she tossed my name and my family into the air like a joke, demanded a response. So I changed. Slowly, deliberately. I altered my routines, pulled back from the small intimacies that used to define us, became present but strangely distant. Conversations turned into subtle tests, casual questions that carried weight, stories that revealed and observed in the same breath. Her laughter grew smaller. The confident teasing faded. She began to look at me differently, nervous, unsettled. Then I set the scene. I invited our friends and family for a small evening at our place. The kind of gathering she'd assumed was ordinary. The room felt the same, warm lights, the clink of glasses, but I held the rhythm now. I spoke with calm humor, sharing little moments from our life that cast me as the steady, patient partner. Each anecdote was harmless on the surface, but chosen to highlight the quiet respect and steadiness I'd lived with. Something shifted on her face. I watched the realization cross it, not because I named her words, but because my presence, my composure, made the earlier humiliation visible in a new light. Heads turned. Conversations hummed with an undercurrent that made people glance at one another. I didn't call her out. I didn't need to. The tension did the work. That night, I went upstairs early. No shouting, no drama, just a quiet goodbye to the life I thought we had. The next morning, I told her I was leaving. I explained as plainly and precisely as I could that public mockery of our marriage, a manipulation disguised as humor, had severed what trust remained. She begged, she cried, she promised to make amends. But nothing she said could undo the humiliation or the breach of respect. I filed for separation. I handled the legal details with the same calm, measured approach I'd used before. No spectacle, no vengeful theatrics. After the dust settled and the legalities were done, the emotional fog thinned. I realized something important. That one careless line could have destroyed me, or it could have been the catalyst that forced me to reclaim myself. I chose to reclaim. I didn't take revenge. I didn't try to break her or humiliate her in return. Instead, I held to my dignity. I let my actions, my composure, my decision to leave be the consequence. It was powerful precisely because it wasn't vindictive. It was a boundary made visible, a refusal to tolerate being the butt of someone else's cruelty. Now, weeks later, I live with a clarity I didn't have before. I don't obsess over the joke or the betrayal. I remember the lesson. Words can wound, but the way you respond says everything about who you are. When you answer humiliation with quiet strength and decisive boundaries, you take back the narrative. I was humiliated by her cruel comment. I responded with control and self-respect, and that, more than any apology, changed my life.